least impressed at how much I drank.
Both.
3, 2, 1. Natalee Jane-Josephine. Your answer to this question can't be I don't know. Okay. What's your second favorite color?
Probably white.
That's a good one. But do we even consider white a color? Isn't that like one of those hues? Isn't like black and white a hue? But I'm gonna. You know what? You know what? There's no rules. Yes, white can be a color. That's a good one. That's really good. That's a really nice one. Yeah. What is the 5th weirdest thing about your sister Zoe?
My
Because she's got a lot of weird ones. That's why I could say 5. Because there's like 1,000. Like I don't even know if we could count how many weird things. Zoe, you're weird and I love you.
The 5th weirdest thing is probably I catch her doing like the stupidest things.
Example.
Once, like, we went into the kitchen and we were playing a game with my mom, and she couldn't think of an idea, and so she went inside the kitchen to look for ideas. She thinks of the stupidest things. Like, for the game, you have to write down like a letter, like A, and you have to think of a food that starts with an A, so like apple. And I don't remember what the letter was, but she couldn't think of anything. I think it was E. And she went inside the kitchen and she kept looking everywhere. She's like, does this even count?
So any food with the letter E?
Mm-hmm.
Let me think of one real quick.
I already got one. Yeah. I haven't thought of that one.
All right. I mean, we could probably keep going for a long time.
Yeah. My go-to is enchilada.
Ooh, enchilada. I would tear that up. Because you're at your mom's house.
Yeah.
Like a Mexican house. Like, enchilada is the go-to.
Yeah. Eggplant.
How about this? Does this count? An everything bagel?
No.
That doesn't count? You're right. Eggplant.
Egg sandwich.
But I already said egg. No.
Yeah, it can still count, though.
But everything bagel can't count, but you're saying egg sandwich could count?
Yeah, because...
So egg salad counts?
Yeah.
How about a drink? Can drinks count?
Like what type? No, because...
How about environmentally friendly beef? Does that count? So what did Zoe come up with?
You have to explain yourself.
What did Zoe... Ooh, I would love to explain myself. What did Zoe come up with? Anything?
Extra gum. She saw it inside the pantry and she was like, extra gum.
But that's a brand.
Yeah.
So you didn't let her get away with it, did you?
She didn't get any points.
Oh, I would not give her any points for that because that's trash. That's a terrible one. All right. Give me some more weird stuff about Zoe. Things that she does that make you laugh.
Well, she has the boys' iPad. And when they play a game, she records it. Like, she's, like, on a YouTube channel. And she records it, and she goes around, and she's like, what is your name? And then she asked my brother all about that. And there was one time where she kind of did something, like, podcasts, where she gathered, like, not the whole family, but all the kids, like me, my brothers, my cousins. And she sat them down and interviewed them. And asked them, oh yeah, what's your favorite color? What kind of food do you like? And stuff like that. And it was so funny.
How long was her video?
No idea. She like cut it in between.
Have you guys ever gotten to a queue to look for a queue food?
Mm-mm.
What do you think? I know one. I can think of quince. Quince. That's a fruit. At least I've been told it's a fruit. I never confirmed it was a fruit.
What Zoe would say was like, no, that's not it. You're cheating. You get no points.
But you know what? You know what prevents cheating? Google. Like, you used to be able to cheat when the old man, when I was your age, we didn't have the Google. Yeah, we used to just be able to lie to each other. Mm-hmm. And nobody could ever find out if they were telling the truth or not because there was no way to look things up.
I know, but sometimes Google isn't correct.
It might not be exactly correct, but it gives you some information. Like, because something's going to come up. Any question. Dude, I remember when the internet first started. So, like, really, like, 20-something years ago. For me.
Yeah.
Like, 13, 14, 15 years old. I was like, what is this thing? You would ask questions and you're like, there just wouldn't be answers. Like, nobody's asked that question before. But now, every time I ask a question, there's an answer. Every time. Like, is eating boogers bad for you? That used to just be a guess when I was like 6, 7, 8, 10 years old. It's like, I don't know. I think it's bad. Do you have any kids in your class that pick their nose and just like...
I actually have. There's this one guy in my science class where he does do it. Everyone sees him doing it, though. And we tell him, it's like, that's nasty. You gotta stop. He's like, stop doing what? And he doesn't admit that we see him doing it.
Oh, my God. That's exactly like a kid that was in my class, maybe 4th grade. He would pick his nose and stick it on his tooth, like his back molar. Like he would go, and then go, and just keep it there. Like, I don't know.
Save it for later.
Yeah, like it's exactly what I was like, what do you, what? Like, I'm still confused today why someone would do that.
I don't know. Or why I looked up online once. I was like, is it bad to bite your nails? And on it said no, because it has like, well, like if you have like bacteria and something, you're fighting it and your body's learning how to fight it or something like that. And I told Grandma this and she's like, that's probably not true. And I was like, I don't know.
Well, that's an interesting way to put it, but it depends what you mean by bad, right?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, maybe there's some bacteria, because that is true. Like, our hands are clawing around, touching crap all day, right? And there's going to be bacteria on there or whatever, who knows? And if you bite it, it's like your body's building up a resistance. And actually, there's probably like some calcium or something in your nails, right? If you actually eat them. So it's not bad in that way, maybe, but it's not good to be walking around chewing.
Or when you get strep throat.
Yeah, or that, but just like it's a sign of nervousness, right?
Yeah.
And it's not good for your finger. Like, that's bad. Mm-hmm. So overall, it's bad. Dude, people don't stop chewing their nails. Like, well into the 30s and 40s, I still see people chewing their nails. I'm like, what? How haven't you figured that out yet?
But it's funny, when I first got acrylic nails, and Zoe wanted them, but like her nails are like already healthy and stuff. But
what?
That's what Grandma said, and I was like, you don't need them. And because mine was for my birthday, and she kind of said, she was like, that's like no fair. And it's like, I'm supposed to get them. I didn't bite my nails. And so like after like they fall off when they're like ready to come off.
What?
Like, after your nails grown past the acrylic, it falls off because your nail's growing too.
They just randomly fall off?
Well, it's
that seems dangerous.
No, not your nail, but like the kind of like, do you know how you get nail polish and it falls off?
Do I know?
No, like
I painted. Yes, I do, because I've painted my nails like 3 times in my life.
Okay.
I shouldn't say I painted them. They were painted 3 times.
Okay, and so afterwards, Zoe's nails were like the same size, length, and mine, like, I had them for 3 weeks on, and mine passed her nail length. And she was like, how did your nails grow that fast? Because my nails grow fast, but I just don't let them.
Because you chew them or because you clip them?
No, I chew them.
I'm glad we're having girl talk time right now. This is fun talking about nails. Let's talk about hair. Girls love talking about hair.
Okay.
Your headphones match your hair.
Yeah.
You pointed that out. Mm-hmm. Is Zoe's hair long too?
Yeah.
Whose is longer?
Mine.
Who smells better?
Me.
Why? What?
Because she always forgets to put deodorant on.
But not her. But I'm talking about her hair.
I know, but she's still so smelly.
Her hair smells?
Yes, because when we were at Mom.
Zoe. What?
When we first came to my mom's house, I'm sorry for exposing you, Zoe, but she didn't shower for like the first week or 2.
What?
Yeah.
Why?
She didn't feel like it.
Did it almost reach 2 weeks?
Yes.
And did you talk to her about this?
Yeah, I told her you gotta take a shower.
And this is in Arizona.
Yeah.
Where you're stinky and sweaty.
Mm-hmm. And then she finally listened to me and took a shower and then took a break again.
So you've been gone what? By the time you see her again, it'll be what, 5-6 days since you've seen her?
Yeah.
Do you think she showered while you've been gone?
Mommy would probably make her.
What are you telling mommy? Like, hey,
you need to make sure.
Zoe's not showering. Do you sleep near her at mommy's house?
Yes, we have to share the same bed.
And she doesn't shower.
No, because we have she uses her own blanket, and I use my own blanket because she always comes in the morning. She wakes me up. Natalie, you stole all my blankets. And so she decides to get her own big blanket, so she has her own off. And
Does it stink? I bet you it stinks.
Yeah, it probably does.
Oh my god. Zoe, we have so much work to do. I love you. You got some stinking hair and a stinky blanket. Do you think she's sleeping on your side of the bed while you're gone and farting on your pillow?
Probably.
Do you think I should tell her that's a good idea?
No.
I should probably tell her. I should probably call her and be like, listen, Natalie's going to be home in a couple days. Fart on her pillow before she gets back. So, tell me more stuff.
There's been a time where, the days that she did not shower, she decided not to brush her hair either.
What is she doing?
I don't know. And so, the time she showered, her hair was, so tangled. It took forever to brush in.
If she were here right now, if she's watching this, and what do you think she's thinking? What would she say to you? Would she be like, "Shut up, Natalie! Stop it! That's not true." Would she say that?
Yeah, she tapped me. She was like, "Natalie, don't tell anybody that. That's not true."
What would be a story you think she would tell me about you?
I let everybody know my stories. I don't care.
You said she doesn't keep secrets.
No, she doesn't.
So I can't trust her with a real secret?
No.
Will she tell everyone, or will she just tell you because you guys are best friends?
It depends on who the secret is about. When we first got our cat Oreo, Daddy told her not to tell me. And because we just got a new car too. And I already knew that. And it was don't tell Natalie that there's a cat at the house, okay? And so Zoe comes running in. She comes to me. I'm not supposed to tell you, but there's a cat at the house.
How long do you think she kept that secret before she told you?
5 minutes.
Oh my god.
But she was smaller, but still she can't keep a secret.
I do recall that. I do. So usually when you're really little, you don't keep secrets. But she's not real little anymore. She's 9.
But she still can't keep secrets.
She still can't keep them. Oh my god.
And she has an obsession with dream catchers.
Go on.
She has 5 in her room.
Nuh-uh.
Hanging in one spot. And I only have 1.
That's something I've never had, and it makes me sad that I've never had a dream catcher. But I should get a
She'll make you one.
She makes them?
Uh-huh.
No, she doesn't.
Because Grandma gets, branches, and she does something to them where she can bend them into a circle, and Zoe makes them, designs them and does feather-ons on them.
Are they all 5 of them she made? Or did she get them?
She made, I think, 2.
So if I got her a dream catcher, made on an Indian reservation...
She'll hang it up with the
She'll hang it up? She would like it? She would keep it?
Yeah.
She kind of collects them.
Yeah, and I asked her once, and I said, since I only have 1 dream catcher, can I have one to, even it out a little bit? And she's like, I don't know. Let me think about it.
Does she collect anything else?
Besides from her rocks.
Tell me about her rocks. And you have a nice new rock bracelet today we got here in Troy, New York. Right?
Uh-huh.
Is she going to try to steal that from you?
Probably.
All right.
She's going to probably come up to me. Hey, can I, wear this just for today?
What's the source of her rock collection? Where does she get them?
Most of them are from the zoo, and she also got, where's my necklace? This a necklace thing, but hers is clear.
Oh, wait, we said that was some kind of quartz or something, right? Because we went to the museum today and we saw those rocks.
Yeah.
And we're like, oh, yeah, that's the one on her necklace. And then, but they have, corny names, like pyrite and dolomite and bright. They're all ites. Do you collect anything?
I used to collect like popsicle sticks. Like, do you know how you eat like the popsicles and they say like a riddle or a joke on them? I used to collect tons of them, but then I was like, I have no more room for them, so I just dumped all of them out.
Wait, so where were you keeping them?
In like a pickle jar.
You probably should have kept. They make good firewood. Like if we went camp, I'm kind of bummed out we didn't go camping, but we will eventually. That would make good fire starting. But you threw them away?
Yep.
Where do you think they are now?
In something.
In the dump?
Yeah.
In the ocean?
Probably.
What kind of food does Zoe like the most?
Cactus. She loves to eat cactus.
I have no follow-up questions. What? Like a cactus out of a jar? No,
just like in Arizona, especially when we go to Arizona, our grandparents make them for her, and they call them kikis. It's like, Zoe, do you want some kikis? And stuff like that. Kikis.
What do you mean? Like, did they get them from a grocery store, or did they go out to the desert and
No, they got them from the grocery store.
Do you think she would eat desert ones? And like we made if we grew cactus?
I don't think she would notice a difference.
So what does a kiki taste like? How do you make a kiki? How do you make a cactus?
What they do is they either put it on the grill and like grill it up and something like that. But I don't like cactus. I remember one time, she made me try one. She was like, Natalee, just a little bit. It's not that bad. And then she was only like 4 and something. And we were living in an apartment in California, like up top. And I chewed it and I didn't like it, so I spit it all the way to the bottom. And she was like, that was a waste of it, you know?
She was mad?
Yeah.
What was that considered a kiki?
Yeah.
All right. So what does it taste like? Describe it.
Squishy. I don't like the texture.
It's a texture thing? Is it more the texture that's the problem than the taste?
That's about me. It wasn't so much about the taste, it was just the texture of anything. Like, that's why I don't like mushrooms or anything like that.
There's a way... I used to never like mushrooms either. But if you get really good fresh mushrooms, if you cook them right, they taste so good. But there's like a billion different kinds of mushrooms, too. And I didn't know that. I only thought, like, they came in a can.
That one mushroom.
Yeah, they came in a can, or there was that one type of mushroom, and... You know, people just didn't know how to cook it. And then I started making my own mushrooms. I'm like, oh, girl,
have you ever seen the giant mushrooms?
Oh, like, what do they look like?
Like, we went to, like, a grocery store once. I don't remember where it was. But it was, like, this huge, giant mushroom. And I was like, I'll never eat that.
Like a portobello? Those are big ones. That's probably the biggest one at a grocery store. I see, when I go for walks in the woods, I see massive mushrooms. Massive, like bigger than my head. My head's big. But these are big, big mushrooms. But I don't know how to identify mushrooms. Like I told you, I found orange ones this morning and it had like orange spots on it. And I did touch it and pick it. And I was like, I should probably not bring this home. I don't know what I'm doing.
I remember one time Zoe got mad at Grandma before because Grandma tricked Zoe into tasting something. She was at like the dinner table and Grandma cut up like asparagus like to look like green beans because Zoe
asparagus.
Yeah, asparagus.
Would that begin with an E?
Yes.
I believe it's asparagus, like with
an
A.
Asparagus.
Asparagus? Yeah. Okay, I'm with you. I'm gonna start saying asparagus.
Okay.
And see if anybody calls me out on it.
Grandma doesn't, and so. She cut it up to look like green beans, and because Zoe doesn't like asparagus.
All right.
But she loves green beans, and so Grandma calls her down, and Zoe comes, and she's like, "Is this what I think it is?" And then Grandma's like, "Yes, it's green beans." She's like, "Oh, okay." And so Zoe tasted it. She spit it across the table. She's like, "This is some nasty green beans."
And then Grandma had to tell her the truth.
Yeah.
That it was asparagus.
Yep.
I see why you say that. It's way more fun to say than asparagus. Asparagus. I'm not going to be able to stop saying that now.
So Zoe, every time she has a green bean, she has to check to see if it is.
What? My question is, how do you confuse the two? Like,
because she cut off the end of it, so it's just the middle.
Oh, so were they really thin asparagus? Yeah. All right, because I was picturing like a thicker asparagus. But yeah, if you're right, if it's a thin one, you could just. That's a good. Grandma's tricky. Mm-hmm. But you should. I don't like tricking people with food. What else doesn't Zoe like eating?
Something. She likes to eat olives, but I don't like olives.
Here's another thing. Oh my God, we are very similar in this way. I also hated olives the majority of my life until I started eating all these different weird olives, and that taste nothing like the olives I'm used to, like I grew up eating. Uh-huh. Do you not like any olive? Have you tried weird ones, like different colors?
I won't try any because they taste weird.
I bet you there's some. That you'll eat. You just haven't had the right one. Just look. Oh, how's my hair? What did I say? As soon as I turn the camera on or mirror, as soon as a girl sees herself, it's the. Oh,
no, because I was getting.
It's an instinct. I don't care what you say. A lifetime of experience. Girls, it's fun to watch. Like it's a natural instinct. Like it's in your DNA. Like I see myself. Oh God, my hair. What do you use in your hair? Pantene Pro V?
No, just water.
You don't wash your hair?
No, I do. Water and soap. And conditioner.
Do you have a specific brand you wash your hair or a specific conditioner?
No.
You know, I used to go weeks without washing my hair when I had long hair. Mm-hmm. And it would get really oily and like it would be shiny and cool like that, like yours is. Of course, mine was blonde. It was very blonde. I used to put like lemon in it.
Lemon?
Yeah, because like this was the experiment. During the 1990s, it became cool to like get your hair if you're a boy, and girls do it today too. But like to put like dudes would bleach their hair. I would just put lemon in it, and if you go with lemon in your hair, if you go in the sun, it turns it blonder. My hair used to be so blonde and so greasy. Now I just got a big head. I gotta tell you though, I love having a big bald head now. Like, it's so much easier. Like you have to go, oh, worry about your hair. Oh, my hair, dude. Zoom, 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 zoom. I don't even have to think about anything.
It's funny because Daddy does the shopping. And so when he goes into like the shampoo aisle and he has like a bald head, they're like, why are you buying shampoo for your head?
You know, one of my best friends, he's been shaving his head. He's over 40 years old now. He's been shaving his head since he was 18. Mm-hmm. And he tried growing his hair, I think 5 years ago, just to see if it would grow him. And he realized, oh wait, I'm bald now. Like his hair won't grow back. So I get it. Like I used to have cool... Like, I knew when I had cool hair, I was like, oh, this isn't going to last forever. Because I would look at Papa, and I would look at my grandpa, I would look at everybody, all the men in my line, and the Ruscos, I'm like, oh, yeah.
They're all bald.
They're all bald. I got to prepare for that. So when I had cool hair, man, I was cool with it. I was like, let's have some fun with it. One time at summer camp, I let these girls, like, do rubber bands.
Oh, yeah,
like,
I've seen a picture.
You've seen that picture?
Daddy has an album of the picture of
oh
like
my
that.
God. See, well, that happened at, remember I told you, if I asked you if your dad ever talked about the Lutheran camp we went to? That's the summer camp. That's where they did it.
Oh. I asked him about the picture. I was like, why would he let them do that to him?
Because they were girls and I liked girls. And I was like, yeah, sure, touch my head. You're a girl. Are you ever going to shave your head, you think?
No.
What if you become a U.S. national women's soccer player and it's just like so much easier to play with a shaved head?
I'd rather put a ponytail in.
Is that the way to do it?
Yeah.
Does your hair have any do you have any issues with your hair playing soccer now, being this long?
Yes.
It's gotta be hot, right?
Yeah, especially how thick it is.
Dude, for real, wouldn't you sweat a lot?
Mm-hmm.
What does Zoe do at your soccer matches?
In the car watching YouTube. She doesn't watch the games.
But she insists on going to the games? Mm-hmm. Why?
To play with my team at the hotel. And to play in the elevators.
What does play in the elevators mean?
Me and my team we'll split people in the elevators. You can go in that elevator. The person goes in that elevator. And she likes press she makes fun of me because I like to press every level because we have nothing else to do. It's just taking a break after the game. And I remember there was one little girl just sitting there because she was there every time we went on a level for some reason. And
what, when the door opened, a girl would be there?
Yeah.
Like a poltergeist, like a ghost?
Maybe.
Like every floor?
And it was because we always made her laugh for some reason because we would get into positions and and I'd be on the floor like this, and then they would open the door and a crowd of people would be there. And we were like, hey.
That does sound like a fun game. I've never played that game, and now I want to play it.
And the little girl always laughed because she always see us.
What do you think your limit on the pressing all the buttons thing is? I'm imagining the hotels have 5, 6, maybe 10 rooms, on buttons. What if you were in a hotel with 100 floors? Or not rooms, floors. What if it was 100 floors? Would you still press them all and be like, I got nothing else to do. Let's go through every floor in this place.
So press all of them, leave the elevator, leave them in there.
So she just shows up to hang out at your hotel.
Yeah, and to be with the older kids.
She likes hanging out with the older kids?
Yeah.
Do you think the older kids like hanging out with her?
I don't know. They just know her as Natalee's little sister.
Are there any other little sisters there?
Yeah, my friend's little sister likes to tag along sometimes.
It's fun having a little sister, isn't it? It's pretty fun. What do you think would be more fun, being the big sister or being the little sister?
Big sister.
Why?
Like me. Because you get to boss a little sister around.
She's hard to boss around, right?
No, she isn't. Because she hates when I do it, I'll be laying somewhere, and she'll be going down to the kitchen, and I'll be like, hey, can you grab me a snack or something? And because I was like, you're heading down there anyways, might as well give me something. And she's like, okay, whatever. And then afterwards, she's going somewhere else, and I'm like, hey, can you grab me a water, Gatorade or something? And then she's like, yeah, sure. And then I asked her to get my charger out of the other room, and she's like, why do you keep asking me for stuff? And I was like, do you want to play on my phone? Yeah, I'll get it.
So you think you just have, you're kind of bossing her around. But she probably enjoys it.
Probably.
She wouldn't do it if she didn't love you.
Because she gets stuff out of it if she gets to play on my phone. She does other stuff.
Oh, you make deals.
Yeah.
Do you know what deal I used to make with your dad? It wasn't even so much a deal. What? But it's different being boys, too. It's probably a little different. It's just it's like you try to be macho a little bit. I used to try to boss your dad around, and probably around the same age. When I was 10 or something, he maybe he was 7 or 8, and I'd be like, go do this. And he'd be like, no. And I was like, I'm giving you to the count of 3 to do it. I'd be like, 3, 2, 1, and then he would go do it. And I was like, I'm not going to do anything when I get to 1. If you don't do it,
oh, well.
I was like, I would have no idea. I was like, I'm not going to punch you or something. I don't know what I'm going to do. But every time when I would get near 1, I'd be like, go get me a soda. No, you got 3. I'm going to count to 3, and you better get me a soda. 3, 2, and then he'd go. That would just be an example. But I was like, if I got to 0, I don't know that I would do anything.
But it's funny because when my cousins, there's an older sister and a younger sister. And it's the same thing. The older sister asks the younger sister to go get stuff for them. And I was like, I agree on the same thing. And the little sister is just running everywhere getting stuff for us.
Why do you think everyone does that? It's fun having someone to get you stuff.
Yeah.
It's really fun. That's why people have maids, right? Or servants. But yeah, I guess
Zoe's both for daddy and me. She does stuff for daddy, and I do stuff for daddy if he doesn't if he's far away.
You know what would be better than just being a big sister is if you were the middle child and you had an older brother. Older brothers protect their sisters, so you'd always have an older brother that would protect you and probably get you stuff too.
Yeah.
And then so you'd have that guy up there. He wouldn't boss you around because he's a brother. He's gonna protect you. He's not gonna boss you around. But you'd still have the younger sister, where you got to boss her around. So you get both the benefits from both. Like, that guy would do everything for you, and that girl would do everything for you, and you just la 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 la.
Zoe and my brother are the middle child.
I'm a middle child too. It's fun.
Yeah.
It's a weird spot to be. But I had an older sister, but she was protective too. Your brother was... Yeah. He would get me stuff occasionally, but it's different being a boy. It's different.
Yeah.
It's definitely different being a boy. Tell me more about Zoe.
Okay, so that's why I was laughing, because I just remembered the story of Zoe. It was, I think, Father's Day or my dad's birthday, and she was going to write him a card, and, like, a homemade card, because Grandma was like, it's too expensive to buy one. Just make one.
See, that's a dumb reason to not buy a card. Like, who cares about how much it costs? You just you shouldn't buy a card. You should always make a card.
Mm-hmm.
I always make cards. Not because it's cheaper. It's just because it's more awesome.
Uh-huh.
So, all right, go ahead.
And so she was drawing on it, and at the end, she wrote, like, a little comment, and I didn't read it because her handwriting was, like, kind of really bad then. It kind of still is. And Daddy opens it, and he can read it, and the note says, Thank you for understanding how emotional I am.
And that was a Father's Day or a birth... or Did it say happy birthday? Or just said thank you for...
Yeah, thank you for understanding how emotional I am.
Oh, that's really sweet. That is really, really sweet.
Because she is really emotional about things. She cries over the stupidest things.
Like what? Because I cry over things and I don't think they're stupid. I don't think anybody should... I don't know. What's an example of a stupid thing to cry for?
I lost my brush. Well, I didn't lose it. It was, like, at the house because Zoe said that we can probably use it together if I don't find it. And that's why I'm using my mom's brush, the purple one, because I still haven't found it. And I was using her brush to brush my hair, and she was like, "Why are you using my brush?" And I was like, "Just for a minute, I'm almost done." And she was like, "Can you stop using my brush?" And I was like, "Hold on."
Wait, why would she doesn't take showers and wash her hair. What does she care about her?
That's the point.
Like, I'd be worried about her brush if I were you. I'd be like, I have clean hair. Like, why am I using a dirty brush for my clean hair?
Yeah.
What was her complaint?
And she's like, but I'm going to brush my hair. Because if she wants something, she's like, I was going to do that. Or I need to do this now. And so
if she sees you doing it, it's like, no, I'm going to do that.
Yeah, that's my thing. I was supposed to do it right now. Schedule. And so I started brushing my hair. And she was like, give me the brush. And you can tell her face gets really red and her eyes get watery. That's how you know she's about to cry. Her lips quiver.
Oh my God.
I run into the bathroom. I locked the door. I was like, you can wait until I'm done brushing my hair. And she's like, let me get my brush back. And so
Zoe, your dirty hair can wait.
And so she's like, just let me use my brush for one more moment. And I was like, I'm almost done. Stop being dramatic.
How do you say it to her when you're telling her that? Do you say it like stop it, like yelling? Or are you like calm and like...
Just like laughing.
Just give me a minute.
Yeah.
I just need to brush my hair.
Uh-huh. And so she starts crying. She's like, I just want to brush my hair, you know. And then I finished, and I was like, now I'm done.
It is good to be emotional. I'd rather be too emotional than not emotional enough. Mm-hmm. Maybe. Probably. I'm emotional. I don't cry about brushes because I don't have anything to brush, but some things make me emotional. I'm like, wow, that made me emotional. All right.
Oh, but when she lost her shoe, she was in tears.
Oh my God, what shoe? What color?
I think it was like...
Did she ever find it?
Yes.
Is it with her brush that you lost?
No. It was like a Skechers sneaker, and she lost it. And she was like, I can't find my shoe. I can't go anywhere now. She was like being so dramatic. Like, I can't go until I found my lost shoe.
So she's good at math and you're good at writing. Reading.
And it was in the simplest spot, the shoe. It was like, she checked all around the couches, under the tables, everything. And it was on the side of the couch in plain sight. And she didn't see it. And I was like, Zoe, get your eyes checked.
Isn't it funny, though? Because sometimes that happens. I think that probably happens to just about everyone, right? Like, I would lose something and I would just go crazy, panicking. Like, where did it go? Like, this couldn't be that far. And then and then when I do find it, I'm like, yeah, I walked by it like 8 times and I didn't see it.
That's what it is with my phone. I put it somewhere and I forget about it. Like, I placed it on a couch before and it was like in plain sight, but the couch was black and so my phone was black and so it like blended in. And I was looking for it. I was like, have you seen my phone? And then once I find it, I was like, oh, yeah, I did put it there.
It drives you mad, right? Mm-hmm. Like, when you know, you're like, it makes you think sometimes.
I just had it.
You know what's funny? I don't think I've ever really lost anything. Like, I can't think. I've never lost a wallet. I've never lost like, anything that I've lost, it doesn't stay lost for very long. But I also feel dumb sometimes when I do find it. I'm like, oh, there's where it was. But I can't think of one thing. Do you have anything where you've lost and you're like, oh yeah, I'm never seeing that again. It's gone forever.
My brush.
You still think that's gone forever?
Yeah. I think, like, in the car, do you know, like, the space between, like, where you put your elbow down in the seat?
Yep.
That's, like, the black hole. Like, nothing comes back from there. I think I lost my brush in there. Because I was brushing my hair in the car, and then I was like, I'll just get it later, and it disappeared. And
now you think it's just forever gone? It really fell through a black hole? That part of the car, everyone's car, it eats things.
Your phone got lost in there, remember?
Yeah.
And I dropped it.
Yeah, and your little baby fingers couldn't get to it.
Yeah.
It's just like losing a sock in the dryer, right?
Yeah.
It's like, well, what? Like, where did it go? But I just put it in there, and now there were 2 socks, now there's only 1.
Yeah.
Black holes could be a real thing. Or do you think there's, like, little midgets or something, or leprechauns that steal stuff? It has to, like, those stories come from somewhere. They probably come from some sort of truth.
Maybe.
I don't know. What do you think of Troy, New York? What do you think about visiting us? Has this been fun?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bummer we have to go to Pennsylvania and you got to go home tomorrow.
Yeah.
I was so trying to get out of that wedding. So, we got to get you and Zoe to fly out here together. And then we'll really go camping. Yeah. You think Mommy will make that happen?
Probably.
Throw you both on an airplane? Like, why not? Like, why not? We would have such a blast. Do you want to wrap this up now and then go home and fly? But this has been a good first warm-up for podcasting, right? This is your first podcast ever?
Yep.
This is my first one with another Rusco, and it's been so much fun. We could talk about teenage girl stuff all day long. I would love to hear some. We haven't even talked about school. We haven't talked about boys. We haven't talked about anything. But we will next time.
Yeah.
And then me, you, and Zoe. We'll do
like 3-way.
Yeah, we can do a 3-way one, or just like 1-on-1, because you two might, like, Zoe might be like, shut up, Natalee! Like, if we all 3 are here.
True.
That's not true. No, I said this. So maybe we'll do like 1-on-1s. Like, I'll talk with her 1-on-1, and she'll give me all the dirt on you. And then when you sit down, I'll be like, Zoe said this. Zoe said that.
Is that true?
You guys can have like a rap battle, like a podcast battle. All right, this has been fun. Natalee, love you. It's fun. And let's do this again. Bye, Zoe, and anyone who likes watching stuff like this
or hearing.
You get the final say.
Bye.
That's it. You don't have any sign-offs. Here's your chance. Like a catchphrase. Maybe we should come up with a catchphrase for you. It's not easy to come up with a catchphrase. No. You saw how long it took me to come up with a network password for the Wi-Fi. All right, well, we're going to work on catchphrases.
Okay.
All right. 3, 2, 1. Good night. Bye, Zoe. All right. Fun.